The people have spoken, and Fulfillment by Amazon, known as Amazon FBA, is a walk in the park to understand. It's soft money, it's as easy as taking candy from a baby, and it's just as easy as Googling idioms. Anyways, before you think that you're an Amazon selling expert, let me throw a curveball at you. There's still FBM. Alright, I'm just being dramatic here, but seriously, Amazon FBM can be pretty challenging at first. Fulfillment by merchant is the other way to sell on Amazon, and it allows you to take in more profit. However, it forces you to manage the day-to-day operations and supply chain of your business. This method of selling may be better for individuals selling a low quantity of products each month or those with a tighter profit margin. Don't worry though, because today I'm going to show you step by step on how to successfully fulfill your first order using Amazon FBM, as well as how to do it on the desktop app as well as the mobile application. Before we get into it, I want to let you guys know that this video is being sponsored by Profit Whales. Amazon pay-per-click advertising, or PPC advertising, is extremely confusing to use and optimize. Profit Whales fully automates your PPC advertising campaigns with the click of a single button. And better yet, no advertising knowledge is even required. Their data-driven technology will help you make more revenue and more profit just with a single click of a button. Previous customers have seen an average of 34% decrease in average cost of sales, your ACoS, and an increase of 27% in total revenue. I actually began using Profit Whale software, and within the first hour, as you see here, I made a sale on my test account as a direct result from their automated campaign. I must admit, I was pretty skeptical at first, but after using the software and seeing the tremendous value that it brings, I plan to be using the software going forward for my Amazon store. You can get started today with their 14-day free trial using the link in the description. No credit card is required, so you honestly have nothing to lose. Also, just for being one of my subscribers, I am able to offer you a discounted link that will get you reduced pricing if you want to continue your plan after the 14-day trial. So make sure to check them out after this video. Alright guys, let's get into the tutorial here. Before we begin, I just want you to know that I typically sell the majority of my products on Amazon using Fulfillment by Amazon FBA. I have in the past used FBM, especially a couple months ago when COVID-19 hit, and everyone really was forced to use Amazon FBM because for the non-essential products, such as the ones that I sell, Amazon was not receiving orders into the fulfillment centers. But for people with, people that are selling low quantities of products or they have much tighter profit margins, this is a great way to go about selling your products to customers. So right here, this is the test product that I used for this. These are iPhone 11 cases. And then what you do here is you'll see the available quantity. So I can go in here and adjust this based on my existing inventory. If I want to change it to 50, I can do so and click save. We'll leave that at 99. So I did sell just one, which we'll go over here in a second. Just go over a couple more things before we get into it. This is the net proceeds. So again, as I said, FBM's great for tighter profit margins. So all you have to pay is that 15% referral fee shown here. You won't be paying the FBA fee, which can typically be 20 to 25% of the sales price. So for here, I'm selling them for $7.99. However, I have a sale going on for 4 cents less, and then there's $2.99 of shipping. So the customer will pay $10.94. Amazon will take 15% of that, which is $1.64, and then I'm left with the remainder, which is $9.30. All right, and then the last thing I want to cover here in the inventory is your Migrated template. So this is the shipping template. I've received a lot of questions as an FBM merchant. How do we actually go about adjusting our shipping charges, and how do we do that? There's two ways to get in there. The easiest is go to your inventory, find your product, and then click this Migrated template. This will take you to a separate tab, and these are your shipping settings. Another way to get there, just to show you, is upper right hand corner, there's settings, and then click shipping settings. Now that's going to take you to the exact same location. And what you'll see here is your Migrated template. This is made by default, and this goes over everything from your domestic shipping, expedited domestic shipping, your standard, your 2-day delivery, and then you can also add international shipping if you want to. But for me, I like to keep it fairly simple. Now you have two options. You can go to the create new shipping template right here. You can create an entirely new shipping template, or you can just use the existing shipping template and then adjust the shipping fees. That's what I like to do. So I'll click edit template. I'll leave it named as is. I'm not too picky about that. And then over here, so for all of the continental states within the United States, I'm going to charge 99 cents per order. You can change this to anything you want. $2.99 if you want. Let's keep it $1. Or if you want to just offer for free, you can put $0 in there. Alright, so that's how you change it. You can do so for the rest of the items here. So you probably want to charge a little bit more for shipping to Alaska or Hawaii, and then expedited shipping. Again, just take a look at what the prices are going to be through USPS or UPS or FedEx, and then put those fees in here. Then you can also offer that one-day delivery and international shipping, but I typically don't get into those. And at the bottom here, click Save. I'm going to click Cancel just because I've already updated that recently. And then let's get into how to fulfill an order. So those were just some things I wanted to cover. So going to the main Seller Central webpage here, you're going to see one thing that seems out of the ordinary if you received your first order, which is this tab right here which says Ship Orders. And it's going to tell you to take action that you have orders to ship. And I'll show you the quantity right here. This is the easiest way to get to the orders page in order to successfully ship our goods. So we'll click Ship Your Orders, and that's going to take you to this tab here, and it should show you your product here. Now there are two other ways of how to get here. I want to go over that before we move on here, just so you have all the methods of getting there. The other way is to go to your open orders here. It says I have 3 open orders. 2 are FBA pending here for the North American United States market, and then I have 1 that is seller fulfilled unshipped. Now if you're an Amazon FBM seller, you're really just focused on these 2 columns here, the ones that are pending and unshipped. And then if you're Amazon FBA seller, you're just really focused on this column. So what you got to go ahead and do is click this number 1, and that's going to take you to that exact page that we just showed you. And the last way to get there, from the start page or anywhere else within Amazon Seller Central, just go to the Orders tab and click Manage Orders, and again, that'll take you right there. All right, glad we got that out of the way with. And then one other thing I want to tell you guys about is the tabs up here. So you can tell that this is Seller Fulfilled. It'll tell you if you're an FBA or Seller Fulfilled, good. And then if someone just recently put in an order, you may have received a notification, and that transaction may have not actually been processed successfully yet. So what you'll see is in this pending, you'll see a 1, and it'll show that product that's pending. Now after Amazon has cleared the transaction and the customer has successfully paid for that product, it will move over to the unshipped, and now that order is waiting for you to complete it by shipping it. Now the other thing that we need to keep an eye out for is this customer option column here. It's going to go over what type of shipping that the customer purchased. So is it expedited shipping? Is it 1-day delivery, 2-day delivery, or standard? So this customer purchased standard, and then it's going to tell you when you need to ship it by. So the ship by date is when you have to physically hand over the package to the carrier in order to get it shipped. So for us, it's June 23rd to June 24th. So the date today is Monday, June 22nd. We have 2 days of handling time to actually get this shipped out. And lastly is the delivered by date, June 25th to June 29th. Now there's nothing that's physically holding you against shipping your product by this date or delivering it by that date. This is really just the promise that Amazon's given to the customer. So in order to get positive reviews and to avoid the negative reviews, make sure you're delivering the goods by the date that they say here. All right, now we're going to move over to the action column here. You'll see a bunch of different buttons that we can click. You have the option to buy the shipping, confirm the shipment, print, pack, and slip, or cancel order. So the first thing we need to figure out is how we're going to ship this product or products to the customer. And we have 2 options. We can either buy the shipping through Amazon, through their partner carriers, which you often will get a reduced price, and that's the method that I like to go through. Or you can go ahead, use information that's in the order details here, and you can confirm the shipment by shipping that product through a different carrier of your choice. So you do have the option with FBM, and then the other 2 here are the print, pack, and slip, and cancel order. Now what I like to do is I like to go ahead, before I purchase the shipping, I like to go ahead and click print, pack, and slip. This is the pack and slip that is going to be within the packaging itself, and it goes over all of the order details, including the order number, and then all the product details. So I'm sure this is familiar if you ever ordered, honestly, anything online. And it will tell you the quantity, the product details, as well as how much of it, the customer paid for it. So we need to put this in the package itself. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will print this out. Once we've done that, we'll X out of that and we'll come back here. But now we need to buy our shipping. So again, you have the 2 options. I'm going to do buy shipping through Amazon, and it'll take you here, which you can buy the shipping. There's a couple things we want to check out here. The ship from address, we want to make sure that that is the address that is associated with our business or our Amazon store. The ship date, so you do have the option when you are actually going to ship this. If you want to delay the shipping because you want to prioritize some other products that other orders, you can go ahead and do so. So for us, today is Monday, June 22nd. I'm not going to be able to get this product out today, so I will put June 23rd. So that's my commitment. The next thing we need to do is go to packaging, Now I don't have any preset values in here or boxes. They may pop up if you click the drop down and you already have something stored in there. But what we'll do is we'll go to change parcel dimensions, and this is going to ask you for the dimensions of the packaging itself. Now for this product, it's a fairly small product. I'm going to use a 6x6x6 box that I purchased at Walmart, and you can go ahead and do so if you have a smaller unit. You want to keep the packaging small, and you don't want to get carried away by putting a small product in a huge cardboard box, because you're going to pay more, as well as it's just totally unnecessary. Now this is exactly what you should not be doing. Make sure to use packaging that is relatively the same size as your product. So what we'll do is we'll add the 6x6x6, enter your dimensions in there, click apply, and the last thing we need to add in here before we see our shipping options is the weight. This is the weight of the product or products themselves, as well as the box and the tape and everything else that's going to be packaged in there, including the paper. For us, it's 3.5 ounces, but what I like to go ahead and do is I always like to round it up. That way, when I do drop off this package to the carrier and they do weigh it, if I'm off by maybe an ounce or two, I don't have to pay more on the spot, and it's honestly just more of a hassle. So what I do is I usually round it up to nearest 5 or 10 ounces. So I'll put 5 ounces in there, and you'll see the cheapest option is UPS ground, $7.63, and it will arrive by Wednesday, June 24th, and that's being shipped tomorrow. Now you can play with this even, if you don't want to round up like I am, you can see the difference. So if we did put 3.5 ounces, it's going to be $7.63, and then if we did put 5 ounces, look at that, it's the same price. So you might as well round it up, and you're going to be paying the same amount. So we'll click that, and then you can come over here. It's going to ask you for the confirmation. If it's a more of a valuable product, you want to make sure that someone is there when they receive it and they have to sign for it. You can add the signature confirmation. That is going to add some additional cost here. You'll see here it's $5.25 extra. Since this is a $7 iPhone case, I don't need to have somebody sign for it. And then we'll jump down here and declare the value. So this product is $7, we'll say. All right, and then one last thing overlooked here is the label print orientation. So this is the actual printing label that will go on the outside of the box. You want to make sure that the dimensions of this are smaller than the package itself. So we're using the 6x6x6. So we want the smallest label orientation as possible. So that's going to be this 4x6. And there are different file formats. So there's a PNG format, ZPL, and this also has the packet slip if you wanted to add that in there. I do those separate, so I'm just going to do the 4x6 and click Buy Shipping. So at that point, you're going to see your packing slip pop up here, and this is what we're going to go ahead and print out, and this is what's going to actually be put on the box itself. All right, now we'll go ahead and we will print out our shipping label. Once that's printed out, I'll place it next to the packing slip just so I know that these two labels are going to be going with this package. And so once we grab our package, I typically put some type of sealed air or styrofoam at the base just to give it some support. I'll then go ahead and I'll place the product in the box, followed by the packing slip and another layer of styrofoam or another layer of sealed air. All right, I'll tape it up and then I'll put the shipping label on the box shown here, and now it is ready to be shipped. All right, now that we've put our box together, we put the product in the box, we put the packing slip in the box, we packaged it up, and then put the shipping label on the outside of the box, it's ready to be shipped. So if you head back to your Amazon Seller Central in the Manage Orders tab here, you'll see that there isn't a 1 next to the Unshipped, and that has actually moved to the Ship section. So now we can see the product here. You should see a green order status of shipped shown here. This should tell you that you've shipped it successfully, and now all you have to do is take that package to the carrier that's on that label and have it shipped out to them. All right, now that you know how to use the desktop in order to fulfill a FBM order, I'm going to show you briefly on how to do it with the Amazon Seller Central application for your iPhone or Android. This is very simple, and now that you've understood the desktop version, you'll see that the steps are actually the same. It's in a slightly different format. So the first thing I want to start off by looking at is the email that you receive every time you get a FBM order. You'll receive an email like this, and then the thing that you need to keep an eye out for is where it says the date. It says keep in mind that you agreed to ship this order no later than 6/24/2020. So that gives you an idea how to prioritize things and to which orders you need to fulfill first. Once you scroll down, you'll see the 3 steps that you need to take. So Amazon's actually going to tell you the step-by-step process on how to fulfill this order. It's exactly what we did just previously in this video. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to print the packing slip, and you can either click this link and it'll take you to the app, or you can just go to the app, which we'll go through here in a second. The second is to buy the shipping. Again, it's optional to use Amazon's partner carriers, or you can bring your own shipping service. And for step 3, if you do bring your own shipping service and pay for that separately outside of the application here, you will have to confirm that shipment with the tracking number and put that into Amazon. All right, now we covered that in the email, we'll jump into the app. As soon as you open the app, scroll down and you'll see a bunch of different rows here. The one that catches your eye should be the Manage Orders tab. There should be a blue highlighted number, and that is how many pending orders that you have to fulfill. So for us, this is one order that we need to fulfill. We'll go ahead and click Manage Orders. And once we click that, that'll take us to the Manage Orders page, and we'll click the one order that we have pending. So click that. Then we'll see the order itself in the Order Details tab. This gives you a lot of the key information at the top. It tells you when to ship it between, as well as when the order date was and the quantity and what product it was. Now what we want to go ahead and do is we want to click the 3 dots in the bottom right hand corner where it says More. Then you'll see a screen that allows you to print the packing slip, cancel the order, and so forth. So you'll click Print Packing Slip, and from your phone you can actually print the packing slip to your nearest wireless printer. And then the last thing when you do is when you go to the bottom left hand corner and click Buy Shipping if you want to do that. Then it'll take you to a different page. You can purchase the shipping, print your shipping label, and follow the same steps as we've shown you previously. So as you can tell, it's a very similar process. It's just a slightly different format. If you understood the video prior up to this point, you'll know exactly how to use the application to do it. In summary, once you receive an order, Amazon is going to immediately notify you to take action. The first thing that you need to do is print the packing slip. Then you'll use Amazon to buy shipping, or you can even buy your own shipping if that's more convenient for you. Note that the Amazon shipping is going to be a reduced price versus what you typically see when you go directly to USPS or UPS or FedEx or any of those other carriers. Now after that, we'll package up our products that were ordered and we'll ship them to our customer. It's as simple as that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you learned something new today, do me a favor, if you don't mind, going down below and hitting the like button, thumbs up button. It would really help the channel out. And I want to let you know that we focus this channel primarily on gaining financial freedom through side hustles such as selling on Amazon. So if those topics interest you, make sure to head down below and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.